Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. Today we are back with Anna Cason. She's a Senior Extension Associate for Food and Nutrition with the University of Kentucky. Thanks for being with us. Now, Anna, over the past 20 years or so, we've seen an increase in energy drinks. What are energy drinks exactly?
Yeah, so great question. Great place to start. So, energy drinks are beverages that are marketed as something to help you stay alert, and some of them even say they boost your performance. So, just kind of a general definition, there's a wide variety of energy drinks out there. Sometimes we see them in cans, sold on like store shelves, in convenience stores. I've even seen them in vending machines. And then some restaurants are also just starting to come out with their own kind of versions of these energy drinks that are available like through the fountain machines that they have or something that they prepare themselves.
So, about how much caffeine is in these drinks?
It's going to vary depending on what type you're buying. Most of them should show on the packaged item how much caffeine is in them. So let's start with the reference point. So if we're thinking of other sources of caffeine like home coffee, tea, chocolate, things like that, those items typically have between like 40 and 100 milligrams of caffeine in them. So like if you're drinking 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day, you're getting about, we'll say about 200 milligrams. That's home brewed coffee. Energy drinks can have 200 milligrams in them in one serving, and one can even up to 500 milligrams.
Mhm.
So if we're thinking about starting our day with coffee or tea, and then maybe enjoying tea or soda at lunchtime, and then hitting that midday slump and reaching for an energy drink, we could be having up 500 plus milligrams of caffeine a day.
So, Anna, what is the problem with high amounts of caffeine?
We'll start with the recommendations. So, the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, recommends adults, healthy adults, to limit their caffeine intake to 400 milligrams a day. So, if we're thinking about one of these energy drinks that has 500 milligrams, drinking one of those is surpassing that limit. And that's not including these other sources of caffeine that are commonly found in our diets. So, the risk with drinking or ingesting too much caffeine is that it can mess with your sleep, can make you feel jittery, anxious. It can cause dehydration, and it can raise your heart rate and blood pressure. So that may be more pertinent to someone that has a pre-existing heart condition or pre-existing issues with their blood pressure levels, but that can also affect healthy adults as well.
So, caffeine is definitely a consideration. Is there anything else in them that we should be cautious of?
A lot of times they have added sugar too. So we think about added sugar with these sugar sweetened beverages. A lot of times we think of sodas, some juice options, maybe sweet tea, but these energy drinks and coffee drinks in general are going to have some added sugar in them, which we know is linked, excess added sugar is linked to weight gain, poor oral health, and increased disease risk. Lastly, these energy drinks have added vitamin minerals that are promoted to support our health, but we all know that with a balanced diet, we can get most of the vitamins and minerals that our bodies need from food.
Yes, and that leads to my next question, Anna. Instead of reaching for these caffeine drinks or maybe even coffee, is there anything that we can do to support our energy levels throughout the day?
Yeah, absolutely. So our true energy source is going to come from food. So we'll
Mm.
always have food first. So thinking about all of our meals throughout the day and our snacks, any food that we're having, trying to get that balanced diet. So incorporating all those food groups, getting some protein, some carbohydrates, and some fat. To help to have a really well-oiled machine and to keep that energy level stable throughout the day. So maybe you don't hit that mid-afternoon slump that I think we're all probably guilty of.
Definitely. I know that we have all been there, and that's such a great reminder that our energy comes or should come from food first. And so, if we're having abnormal tiredness or just not feeling like ourselves, sometimes looking at our diet is a good place to start. So, Anna, thank you so much for being with us today. Thanks for joining us today on the Farm and Home Show, and we will see you next time.